Hello everyone, my name is Griffin Davis. Some people call me Cup. It's just kind of what it is. But working on set is very hectic and very fast paced. And especially on being on a camera team, you might have 3 camera setups. One might be on a Steadicam. You got one fully rigged out on a tripod or a dolly. And then maybe you have to fully go into a very small compact build. And you got to change a whole bunch of things around. You're going to need a lot of support to go and do that and some tools nearby to do that efficiently. And so I kind of want to go through some of the tools that I carry on set as a camera person, what I use them for, how it comes in handy for me, and hopefully you can take a couple things from this video and from this hodgepodge of tools to help your success on set. All right, so starting off, we have this Husky bag I got from Home Depot. It's not too big. I forgot the name of it exactly, but I think it's perfect size, and it's got some slots on the inside for things and enough room on the middle to kind of throw whatever I want to in there, as well as a measuring tape clip on the outside and some little loops to hang things as well. So this bag for me has been perfect, and I think ideal for what I use it for daily. Now, before even actually touching the tool bag, there's one tool that I want to talk about that I think is essential to just life in general, but also film sets, and that is a blade or a knife. And this one is the Benchmade Osborne. You don't have to have this one specifically, obviously. Civivi is a great budget brand, or people like Spyderco as well on set. You never know what you're gonna need to cut. But moving on to the bag, actually, is a little hanger with some spike tape rolls on here. Some pink, some green, some yellow. This is great for making T-marks on actors or dolly spot tracks, marking camera cards or DIT, a whole bunch of things. This stuff's great. As you can see on my tape, I have these little triangles. If you haven't learned how to do that yet, you basically pull it apart, throw a triangle on it, and you're able to rip it really easily, and it leaves a little bit of a nudge to rip off in the future. A little further on, we again have this tape measure. This one is a Milwaukee. They make different size footing. I think 16 is usually good for what I do. I've yet to come across a moment where I need more than 10, so Milwaukee is awesome. We have a little pencil for fun here. I've actually never used this. I just got it at Home Depot because I thought it was cool, and it doesn't roll around. Some Sharpies, some pins, need them countlessly for the randomest things. Usually marking down cards and numbering cards after exchanging them or whatever it may be essential, or if I'm signing documents, pins, always great to have next to me. But moving inside, there's a whole bunch of more magic in here. Off the rip, water bottle. I have enough space to put my Awala in here. This is the 24 ounce. I love this thing. I have a couple of them. I just put a salmon sticker on it. I think it's sweet. But always having water on set or room for snacks is essential. You're on set for all day for multiple hours, and that's always good to have nearby and on camera. But going a little deeper, we have, again, like you guys see, pockets on the side, and then this awesome little tool bag in the middle. It is actually a nail holder, and I think it's for like guys who do roofing. They sling it to their belts, and it holds all a bunch of nails and stuff so they don't lose it, something falls out. And there's even a drawstring so you can tighten it all together if you would like. So it kind of closes it all. But I usually keep it open and flared out. It has multiple pockets, which I love. Keep different things in there, like some grip gloves. I use these a lot for moving around big gear all day if it's cold outside and I need some little bit of grip. My big mittens or whatever can't do that. I put these on, great for C-stands and stuff, just to be safe. Headlamp, very essential. Use this all the time, especially in a studio setting. It's super dark outside or inside and you just need a light. This is a black diamond. As you see, it's red. This is my favorite setting because I never like looking up and shining someone in the face, and this kind of helps from that. You can change modes. It's got 2 other lights on it in a red mode. So this thing is great, black diamond, pretty solid when it comes to headlights. Something that everyone in the video photography world knows is this little rocket ship blower, super essential. I think it's awesome. I got this like right when I got into video work, and it sits standing up. You can't be mad about that at all. I kind of just keep this guy around. I don't use this a ton actually, but when I do, it's just fun to play with too. Wrapping around, we got a pocket full of expo markers, something that is always taken for granted. I always need one, or a second needs one nearby, or somebody does, but I have these little expo caps that have dry erase markers on the end of them. I used them for the first time a couple months ago, and I was like, I need that. Wrapping back around, we have a couple of packs. I got these packs off of Amazon, actually, if you're wondering. They come in a bunch of different colors and sizes. I think it's like a $10, maybe $15 pack of like 20. They got really big to really small. So I carry little expendable things in them to kind of keep things organized and quick. So in this one, for instance, we have these Zeiss lens wipes. I use them for my glasses too. Keeping the camera body clean as well as even the lens sometimes if I don't have Kim Tech nearby. Super essential and great. I usually let it dry for a second after pulling it out before using it on a lens. Then we have a pocket full of bongo ties, which if you haven't used these are great. Essentially you can wrap cables together or things around C-stands and they attach via their little wooden system they have here. They are great. I would be careful around stuff that gets hot because they will melt and break because they're rubber. Also in this bag though, we have these pre-cut out, or I cut them, of Velcro. We have a hard side and a soft side, both ready to attach whatever I need to attach together. Usually like a lens cap to the body of a camera just to keep it from getting lost or mixed up in a different case. Very essential. Last up in this little pouch section, I have these C47s that are metal. I like these better than the clothespins because they don't separate. Bought a big pack of these a long time ago. These are great for like sound blankets or like putting a cover over the camera and kind of clipping it together. Cool, I got a couple more things in here. Off the rip, a case of different screws and different sizes. Always good to have. You never know with like different camera cages or cameras if they're missing something or if you need to like tighten something down a little more. If you're changing to a different base plate or a dovetail, super essential. We have a tri-tap and a piece of gaff tape in here, or a roll of gaff tape in here. This thing's always essential to have near a camera cart because you don't want to take up too many outlets. Being able to power off maybe some battery chargers and then your monitor and maybe even the camera. That may be a little much off of this thing. Good for me. And then the gaff is always good to tape things together. I don't like having the big roll with me all the time because it just takes up a lot of space. And I can usually get that from someone else's expendables or it's on the camera cart somewhere. But this is good to have just when you tape something together real quick. But yeah, that's kind of my expendables. I love this little pouch, keeps everything organized for me so it's not just all cluttered in there. This is great. All right, now moving into more of the tools and the hardware of things. I have it kind of lined on the inside walls of the bag. So that leaves a whole bunch of space in the middle for whatever and this little bag over here. But off the rip, we got the most essential thing camera-wise, Allen keys. These are Husky things, metric and imperial. They're okay. I'm not crazy about these specifically. I feel like the coating on the outside of the Allens get a little stuck, like inside of the casing. Although I have the ones I use a lot marked up with some tape and that's really helpful. And I actually like the size of this sometimes because I can throw it in my pocket, have them in my pocket all day, not have to worry about it. So that's helpful sometimes, but I'm looking to move up towards the Wera ones. They're colored, maybe a little stronger, and they seem like they won't get stuck inside of the casing. Next up, we got this Klein screwdriver driver thing. This thing's awesome. It has multiple drips inside the casing of it. So you got flatheads, you got Phillips, you got some star pattern stuff. What I really like about this is it's fun to play with is you can press this button down and you can extend the actual screwdriver itself. Pretty helpful when getting into a tight space or if you want a little more leverage, coming in nice and close. In the same kind of plane, we have a stubby flathead. One of the most versatile. I use it on almost everything, all the time, camera-wise. It's so nice to just get in there, tighten something real quick, and you're not like super far away. You just get a lot of nice leverage along this thing, so that's great. But of course, we got a typical flathead as well as the Phillips to match. Just great to have in general as tools. These are magnetic tips on the end as well. So just great tools to have in general and in life. Slide the next thing out, we have this leveler. This thing is full billet aluminum. It's nice to have just in case if we're leveling a small dolly track and we don't have a lot of grips around. We should need to throw a level in there quick. This is great, especially because of magnets on the side of it. Clutch here and there, something that's nice to hold. It could really, you could really whack somebody with that thing. So nice quality, Empire. Pulling another thing, we have a Ultra Duster. I do want like the reusable metal ones of these. They're a little expensive, so buying a bunch of these in bulk has been awesome. I use this all the time, especially when it's really dusty or outside, kind of cleaning the camera body. I wouldn't use this for necessarily the sensor of the camera because it's a little forceful, but getting some dust away, kind of cleaning things, getting gunk out of your tripod possibly, whatever it be, very essential, very common. And now we got some I would say very good tools to have in general in life, but they are the Knimpex pliers. Boy, do I tell you, these are high quality. Knimpex is a Swiss brand, I'm pretty sure, and they specialize in pliers. I got two minis. I got a Cobra and a flat. These are great. You can throw them in your pocket sometimes. I know guys who carry these like daily. I got a big one as well. Haven't used the big one just yet, but they're kind of just nice to have in my toolkit. I carry this in my truck a lot. I have used them on my truck a whole bunch when kind of changing out batteries, whatever. Your buddy's car breaks down after set, you need to jump something. These are great to have, and they're fun to play with. They just like feel really good. Got a good sound. But yeah, we got some T-squares in here, T-marks. These are cool, metal, different colors. I got these at a rental house near me at PC&E, but I don't think Industry Marks Tools is what makes these. These are cool. You can string them in a loop, throw them down outside on the ground. Inside, they kind of get kicked around a little bit, why you would just use your regular tape or whatever it may be. I got a red and yellow for A character, B character. Probably should get a third one eventually. I also have this laser tape measure or measuring tool. I don't think this one's like anything too crazy. I just kind of found it on Amazon. It's a little chunky, but sometimes a lot better than pulling out the tape measure and trying to go across the whole entire way, especially if you got sit-ins or actors. It can just be a little annoying. So getting this out and kind of just want to sit back near the camera and point and you get your measurement, pretty clutch and helpful. And now, some of the best parts that I love about this whole kit are some of my little hand tools. Just like a knife, I kind of like carry these all the time and I love them. First off, we got a flashlight. This is an O-light. It's super mini. I forgot the exact, Batten 4 is what this guy is. It has 3 modes. So we have that's a middle mode, that's ultra, and then, that was off, sorry. And then we have a dim mode. So very great. If you don't want to blind people, this is awesome. Goes through the cycle. Nice flaring on that lens, huh? This one's cool too because it can kind of go into your hat. So if you don't have a headlamp near you and you're like, oh, I need to look for this and that, whatever, or configure with both hands, that's great. And it's super small. I mean, that's like smaller than my finger. So Batten 4 O-Light, recommend that brand, maybe not that model if you want a bigger one. Next up, this Milwaukee razor blade. Always nice to have a razor blade on your set or just nearby you, especially when working with rope and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to use your knife, maybe. It's got a driver built into the back of this one. It's got a Phillips and a flathead, button lock, and then liner lock for this. Deep carry pocket clip, and it has a bottle opener on the back. So after set, if you guys, bottle opener. Now, last up, my favorite piece, and I think a lot of people's favorite piece, is a Leatherman. This is the Leatherman Free 2. So the idea is that you can use it one-handed. Always nice to have a set of pliers on you, just typical pair. They have a cutter in the middle, so if you're dealing with some wire and stuff like that, great. It's got a deep carry pocket clip in it as well. It's got a knife. So sometimes I just carry this in my pocket. And what I like about this one a lot is it has scissors. Cut like little piece of tape with it really cleanly or stuff like that, but great tool. You can never go wrong with Leatherman. Yeah guys, that was my toolkit. This is what I carry on set almost every day. I don't use it all every time on set, but I use a lot of it consistently and throughout set. And it's always good to have your own stuff and not get the embarrassment or the unprofessionalism of asking someone else for their tools. So it's good to come prepared. Hopefully you guys can take a thing or two from this whole lineup. I'm gonna try to list as many things as I can in the comments below. So if you're looking for anything in particular, hopefully that helps. But yeah, that's what I'm rocking. Hope you guys liked the video, and tool on. Have a good day.